All right. I know everything is going digital for the most part, but sometimes it's good to have a paper statement. What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to you with another real estate video. And this time we're going to talk about just something I've noticed, and I've been something I had to do with my accounts and bank statements and such, mortgage statements and paperwork. So recently, as I had done a couple transactions, I had noticed that I was getting multiple notifications about, hey, would you like to go paperless? Would you like to go paperless? You know, going green, don't use paper. And at first I was like, might as well. However, when I was talking with my good lender, a guy that's really helped me out in so many different ways, and he knows who I'm talking, he knows I'm addressing him. We had a discussion about a couple months ago in regards to how interest rates on credit cards are going up and interest rates on almost everything has gone up. However, most people are going to be caught off guard by it because why? Because most people now went the green way. No paper. So they're not going to know that their interest rates have gone up, whether that's on the debt that they owe on their credit card or some type of bill in regards to that has to do with credit card debt, or if they utilize their credit card with a zero balance, and if they the interest rate they're going to have to pay moving forward. They're assuming it might still be the same. Why? Well, the banks and credit card companies are obligated legally to, they have to, tell you that the interest rates are going up. They'll send, but they put that in the paperwork. They don't just literally, when you go log in, they just have it all of a sudden red saying your interest rate is going to increase. They don't do that. They put it in the fine print. Why? Because most of us are not going to read the fine print. We don't want to read the fine print. We have other things that we would rather do. We already have enough shit on our plate that we already have to do. Why are we going to read a statement outside of where it says how much is due, what's the minimum, or is there a zero balance, or is there even a balance at all? We're not paying attention to the interest rate unless it's about, if I owe this much and I pay the minimum, this is how much I'm going to end up paying due to the interest rate. See where I'm going with this? So how many people are doing that? A lot less people. Why? Because they went paperless. And again, I'm not knocking people who did. However, when you get your stuff in the mail, what do you normally do when it's a bill or a statement? You open it up and take a look at it. Unless you tend to use the computer on a regular basis, and that's how you view all your content. However, how many people do that? How many people are currently doing that as opposed to being old-fashioned and opening up the mail that they receive? I don't mean to speak in this monotone manner, but I'm trying to get you who are watching to understand. Guys, ladies, open your statements, and if you went paperless, get your ass online and look at your statements. Because if you end up having to owe more money or you are losing money on paying off a debt because of the interest rate, you can't blame the banks because they put that in their statements. But if you're not reading the statements, now that they're online, you're not making the time, whose fault is that? So again, I'm not knocking people that go paperless, but if you're gonna go paperless, continue to take the initiative to check your statements and be aware of what's happening with any money that you're utilizing on credit, or what's happening with your account, or if you're making transactions. If you're going to go paperless, that's now an extra step that you need to take. It's not going to be in your face. You're not going to get a notification outside of you have a new statement to view online. But they're not going to just send you a statement. You're going to have to log into your account online to look at it. You understand what I'm telling you? I hope those watching you understand. If you're not one of those people that can do that, then change your statements back to receiving them in the mail. Because there's going to be, moving forward, and it's really already started, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get blindsided by these interest rates for debt that they owe. Or they won't be able to purchase big items that they might need to because they have so much debt, because they haven't paid off the debt and the interest rate has gone up substantially higher than what it used to be about a year ago. Cover your ass, people. Do what you can to manage your finances, but also take responsibility and keep track of what's going on with your accounts. Because these banks and these banks and credit unions, they're not going to solve your financial situation. They're going to increase these interest rates and they'll notify you, but they're not just going to, they're not just going to remind you that they did it. They'll just put in a statement. It's your responsibility to look at it. So that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.